Just a short update on a build. This is for Nathan White. We're building him 2 of these. What was it? We ended up, the whole bullshit with fucking Gary. He's not here anymore, by the way. Not dead. Just he's not at the Robot Underground anymore. And then we ended up losing, then we finally got him back, and then we ended up losing like 8 packages to UPS. So I don't know where they went. They're just gone. So I had to start over on several clients. Thank you for your patience. I went ahead and did some upgrades on this one from the original design. The original design just had a thin top plate. This version, we have some extra thick top plates from the TC Sounds buyout, and also from a guy. He doesn't even want me to mention his name because you guys are fucking maniacs, and you drive motherfuckers underground. Just deal with me if you need any like thick top plates and shit like that from TC Sounds 3 HP, stuff like that. So this one I think is the 3 HP. I can't remember. But I ended up having it modified. I think I had the frames modified too, because there's actually 2 on the Storm series. Okay, by the way, this is the LA Lightning Audio Storm series frame that Tilo at TC Sounds, Tilo Stompler, had used for his contract with Rockford Group. They still own Lightning, but at the time they had contracted him out to build them. And so it was mostly used on the LA Storm. You can also see them on, like, if you look in the Internet Archive for, I think it's called the RL. It's not the RLP. It was basically an LMS version for Sound Splinter, so that Tila was also building. So, but it's a good frame. One of the downsides of it, though, is that this distance down here is a little too short. And so what I did was I added a spacer ring inside of here. It ended, oh god damn it, I forgot what the thickness was, but it ends up being flush with the top, which I thought was going to be too bad for the comb, but it ends up being for the Lord of Bass 4-inch opening Mega Roll cone 6 series. It fits perfect. So I was like, awesome, Tits McGee. So there's actually quite a bit of space that goes up. Look at that. So, oh, look at that. Oh. Before the spider actually will come down and hit the bottom landing, or the base, I should say. So that problem is solved. But otherwise, it takes a 10-inch spider and it's pretty badass. One of the things that I added that I saw on several TC Sounds and LA Storm woofers that we got in was that the glue would come uncoupled. And he would just use CA. I just use CA, but then I went ahead and added the bolts. So we drilled it out, and then we use like 3-inch bolts, and then we just cut them. So, but this is a what is it called? Nylon nut, and so it won't come undone. It'd be really good. 4-gauge terminals. You have to be careful with these two. We had to add little spacers. Let me show you. Do I have any? Up here. Where are they at? It's like a double female nut. Good Lord. Come on now. Anyways, it's a double female nut, and it's metric because all this stuff is metric. It's all M4. And so it's about 10 millimeter tall. And so on the bottom, we have to put because we use the insulators, the plastic insulators. So what I do is I put a metal washer on it, and then I put a lock washer on it, and then I put the double nut, and then I repeat the process on the top. So that way it extends it, and it gives it better access to it. I can show you the leads. See, I just bolted them down. See? So, and then I put a little Chinese Loctite, which is CA on it, and so this should be pretty powerful. So especially because the gap, the top gap is going to be, what's 36 plus 13, whatever that is. It's a lot of top plate. So does it make it better? Meh. It helps with power handling for sure. So because with this much thermal mass, it should help get away some of the heat from the coil, or at least absorb a lot of heat. And then because it's coupled to the frame, it couples it to the frame. And not that it helps get rid of it, but at least it helps it sort of take some abuse. So, and then we had this one, this top plate made up for the, because I'm out of coils, and so I started having to use different coils. I had a bunch of MTX coils that PE Precision Econoline had made wrong for me for the MTX 9500, and I was like, son of a bitch, I got a whole fucking box full of these coils. Why not use them? So, and because I custom build these things, I can have 4 or 10 top plates made for whatever I want. So, but this is still removable. I'm going to include the ratchet tool. We just used the 4-hole pattern, which is what they Tilo did. The original design used a side hole, but Tilo quickly realized that this is not enough metal, especially when it's mounted sideways, to really contain that or hold that. You really should use a support yoke if you're going to mount it sideways, firing sideways, and so the support yoke will hold the weight and help kind of alleviate some of that. Some of these motors are so heavy, they'll snap here, they'll snap there. Again, it's not, aluminum is strong, but it's not that strong. So, but it is better than steel, because steel will bend, and then it's a pain in the fucking ass. And then this aluminum is like good, and then not good, and then it breaks. So typically it does not bend, it'll just break because it's kind of brittle. But I think that was it. Yeah, this one's dual 4. And I'm going to build, I already have a second one. I have to do this up in layers. I got to put weight on the frame and build up the spacers. But then I feel really secure about this whenever I put the bolts in it. So, but no like, was it dumper or any engraving on the back. It should be just plain. But I was able to find 2 of these motors for him so that I can complete his order. So, and if you are waiting on your order, thank you so much. Believe me, if I'm late and I haven't given you a DSP already, I'll give you something else that you can use. I don't want to just throw stuff at you that you can't use, even though, I wouldn't mind if you sold it. That's fine. I just feel bad that, I'm late on some orders. But other than that, yeah, I got basically the same design coming up on guy Jeremy Campbell. He's a local. I got his stuff that I'm working on as well. So, but these guys I'm more late on, and I've been having to stay up late, and then I fall asleep in my fucking clothes. I'm so exhausted. I'm like, I eat, and then I just go, let me lay down for a sec with the dogs, and then gone, and then all of a sudden it's like an 8-hour nap. But I think that was it. Yeah, I just wanted to share some details on this one. So, but yeah, detachable top assembly, and then I'll ship the motor separate, and then of course I put like a little marker right here. Like sometimes if this is silver, I'll put a little black mark here, and then I'll put a silver. Sometimes I use arrows. Also, sometimes I use A and B. If you're buying like 2 of them, I'll make this one A. The tolerances are wiggly enough that we can switch them out, but I tend not to like to do that, just because I made it this way, and it's best if you put it back together this way. So eventually in the future, when Mac is fully developed, which will probably be when I have already sold one of my movies and moved to Texas, then I'll have a lot more money to do cool shit like that, and just order it from China and get that going. So it's a really good plan to do full assembly here, or at least have those options available for you guys, and also sell parts too, and have a website and all that kind of shit. So, but I really got to get this place cash flow positive so that I can just get out of here. Otherwise, I work 7 days a week, 16, 18 hours a day, and that's every day, and I still just barely break even. So, but thank you for your support, and thank you for watching. I will talk to you about some of the drama stuff with Jizz Llama later, but I want to focus on orders and get some of the stuff out to you guys. So, but thanks for watching. I love you. I'll talk to you later.